Hello, everyone. This is Pastor Miguel from the Children's Baptist Ministry Church here in Maryland. What you're looking at is a manual. It's called the Satanic Cult Awareness Manual, and this manual was created for the police department in New Jersey. And the police department was to use this manual to identify satanic ritual abuse sites and the recruiting, how they did the recruiting, also how satanic ritually abuse victims were created. So the manual by itself talks about a lot of things, like for example, signs of what to look for, ritual sites and things like that, on how to identify them. So the manual itself is a manual that was used to educate police officers on how these things are done. Now, this manual could be found in the internet. I don't know if you could still find it. I printed this one out a few years back, but it's very relevant, and I'll show you why. Because if you watch the BBC documentary with TB Joshua, a lot of the things that the people are claiming that TB Joshua did, for example, recruitment at a young age, making sure that they pick the young ones because they're impressionable. A lot of those things are what is found in this book, which is the book is about how to create pretty much somebody or the associated part of a person. So, so these are not everything he used, but he definitely used some of these, right? So he used some of these. So some of the things I look for is guilt, a person that feels guilt or fear or the threat of Satan. Another part would be like isolation, personal confrontation, restricted sex drive. Then you have, in order to indoctrinate people, they kind of low food intake, which we know a lot of people in the video were saying that they were not able to eat. Another thing they were talking about is continuing monitoring, that everybody was always watching them. Lack of sleep is a big one. Everybody complained about lack of sleep. I don't know if they did any of these other stuff because that wasn't mentioned in the book, in the video. But definitely confusion, changing physical appearance. A lot of them talked about depression, changes in speaking patterns, how they changed the way they spoke. Let's see here. No personal goals. Imagination equals reality. Let's see here. Accepting the leader's thought and conformity. This is how they indoctrinate somebody into a cult, and they brainwash the person by using some of these techniques that are found here in this book, this manual that is used by the police to, identify these things. So if you look at this, and I'll bring it closer to you so you can look at this, you could actually see some of these things in the video, some of these things that these people were saying. They tried to look for, see, most cults recruit members in their teens when prospective members are young, impressionable, and troubled. So they remember TB Joshua said he wanted the young ones, okay? So it says the initial approach, potential recruits are often unaware they are being recruited. So you could take a picture of that if you want. You could read it. And then it talks about initiation of cults. And then this is how they indoctrinate or brainwash someone. Let me see what else is in here. And this talks about some of the torture they use to actually break somebody's mind. So I don't, I'm just showing you this because I think it's important for people to understand that young people could be easily taken advantage of by using these techniques by somebody that knows how to use it, as we saw in the video of TB Joshua. Now, whether he did it or not, I don't know. I'm not here to judge him. That's between him and God. But I will tell you is that a lot of the things that he did do, according to the BBC documentary, are found in this book. Okay, thank you for watching. God bless you, and we'll talk soon.